Fighting back against rising rent prices. A local group rallied outside Jacksonville City Hall today, demanding that the city take action to make Jacksonville more affordable when it comes to rent. News for Jax reporter Bree Isom joining us now live. Bree, many people at City Council brought this topic up tonight.
Yes, they did. They're saying that rent is rising and they cannot afford to pay rent in Jacksonville anymore. Some people are calling on city council members to address this issue. I did reach out to a city councilman and he said that help is on the way.
Affordable housing now! Affordable housing now!
Local activist groups held a rally in front of City Hall Tuesday evening before the city council meeting.
We are just trying to really bring some urgency around the housing crisis that we're facing.
Christina Kittle, a member of Florida Rising, says she'd like to hear the city declare an affordable housing state of emergency.
Once we have a state of emergency, that opens the door for us to have rent stabilization and come up with legislation that can help out renters.
The cost of rent has gone up this year. According to Rent.com, the average price of a one-bedroom apartment is $1,370, $178 more than 1 year ago. The average price of a two-bedroom is $1,576, $169 more than last year. Many people spoke on this in City Council.
That actual working people can afford these type of astronomical prices.
Say I go from $850 to $1,200. That's a $400 job with no raise. If you're gonna raise the housing rates, raise the pay.
I reached out to City Councilman Matt Carlucci and said that there will be a lot of emphasis on affordable housing this year. They're even creating a committee on City Council just to focus on that issue. I'm reporting right in front of City Hall. Bree Isom, Channel 4, the local station.
All right, Shalom. This is Hara 1 by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakar Kodash, Ma'amaf. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, Nakwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Yeah, man, as you know, we're basically in a recession right now. America's in a recession. You got a lot of, the economies around the world are crashing. And they said China may be next within 30 to 40 days. So we got to keep our eyes out for that. There's a few places, I think Sri Lanka, I forgot the other places, but it's about 5 other places their economy is crashing as we speak. All right, they're having an economic crash. So America is in the lineup, man. America's in the crosshairs. And they're in the midst of a recession. You got the Feds hiking interest rates. They even did it again recently, which is going to slow down spending, which means higher prices, higher mortgages, higher rent, higher lease, you know, to discourage people from spending and buying. So that's what we're witnessing, man. It's called hyperinflation from every direction, every angle, right? And at this point, that's why the scriptures say that even the grasshopper should be a burden, meaning the smallest thing is going to break the camel's back at this point. The smallest thing is going to bring the whole house of cards fall down. That's how fragile it is, you know. And the Lord said that. He said, "What the garments are moth eaten." I mean, this system is rotten from the inside out. Got holes in it now. It's falling apart. But you got a lot of jakes. That's what I want to focus on. That still have their mind stuck in this place. Still want that American dream. Still want that, what they call the old norm back. See, that's the trick that these devils are doing. As they try to transition everyone into their new world order, there's going to be a constant looking back on the way things used to be, and people are going to want that. They want that old America back. They want the 90s back. They want the 70s back. Never got the 70s, never got the 60s. See that? So they want that, make America great again. Everything's going to be looking back, trying to get what they had. And it's never going to be the same again. All right? So the prices, they want the prices to go down, but it comes with a cost. You see that? So they're going to, this is a new world order. This is what it looks like. The transition process. In their new world order, the people will have nothing but be happy. You see that? All right, so they're taking this. We're at the point where they're taking everything away. They're taking everything away, just so they can make the trap and set the trap, man. You take away people's resources, you take away their comfort and their peace of mind. That's the fear button they can press to get everybody motivated and moving in a certain direction. All right, when people act out of fear, all chaos and hell breaks loose. And then when chaos, Esau right there to try to bring the order. And this one's gonna be a new world order. All right. So, because that's the sure sign of a crashing, a falling and failing economy, when you have a large amount of buildings, homes, mansions, offices, but even more than that, you have homeless people. You see that? So that means they cannot afford them houses, and there's no jobs paying enough. Even though the jobs say they're hiring, they just putting it out there, but that don't mean they're really hiring people. All right. So, yep, the pay is still the same. They say they're talking about raising minimum wage, but the prices are going up at the shelves. The prices are going up at the leasing office and the mortgage office, at the banks. You know, so there's lack of resources. There's a lack of homes. There's lack of shelter. Lack of peace of mind for everyone. And they want to get that back, but they're not. They want to get it back so they can continue to be wicked and party up and BS in here in America. You know? So this is Haggai 1:6. That's why the Lord said, what? What's that scripture, man? Flee Babylon. We're supposed to flee this place. How we flee it? Mentally. Get your mind out of this place. Because as it's falling, you don't want your mind to fall with it, man. The Lord said, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time, set up to keep us stable. All right? And if you set your foundation upon the rock, when the wind blows, your house won't fall. You won't fall apart. But these people, they're going to fall all over the place. Haggai 1:6. Ye have sown much. All right, so especially our people here, man, come over here in slavery and working from building up from ground up. A lot of Edomites, they got inheritance in this place. Or now Jake want their 40 acres and a mule, but we're not looking for that. We're looking for a new heaven and a new earth. All right, wherein dwelleth righteousness. And they're not looking for that. They're not out there fighting for that. They just want to be happy. They just want their pursuit of happiness back. All right, so it says, ye have sown much, man. You know, you work every day. You get up every morning or evening or at night, whatever shift, work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, whatever. For a system, for an economy, that's a mirage. That's just a system to make the elites rich. Everyone should really have their own farms, their own property, and being able to barter at this point. But instead, they started something called a democracy, to where everybody pays taxes, like the Roman Empire. That's why America is the revised Roman Empire. Everybody got to pay taxes and basically take care of each other. But they'll say, hey, I want the government. The government can't do nothing but oppress you. Everything you say will be used against you. So everything is this is the people against the machine. All right. So so yeah, man, people have sown much. They work a lot in their careers, and they what? And bring in little. All right. So you've been sown your plants into the field, waiting for the harvest, and only 1 or 2 plants pop up. So that's why we work. But with the birth certificate system, you hand in your paycheck to the bank, and what the bank does, they take that money. If it's $500 check, they take that $500 check that you got paid in dollars, and they say, hey, you promised to pay. That's why they want your signature. And that signature, they take that check and they put it on a pile of other checks, and they let it gain interest. Then they put it on the bond market for insurance, the insurance market and everything, and they get money back from that, man. All right, so they get $10,000 or thousands of dollars allegedly, while the person just gets that $500 paper bills, 500 promissory notes that they have a birth certificate that the bank can use to put on the stock market. That's what you taking your check in there to do. All right, telling them that they have access to your birth certificate, your funds at your birth, fractional reserve currency. And by doing so, they take your signature, they put it on the market, and they make more money out of it. That's how the banks make a lot of money with the paychecks. So you sow much, you work a lot, man, real hard for this circus out in the desert. That's all America is. And you bring in little, all right? We only bring in small pay. So you work and then you only get $12 or $11 an hour, you know? I seen some guy yesterday, he was working building a giant tractor tire, man, putting the tire back together on the tractor, excavator, you know, or what a big giant tractor that they do the construction with. And he passed it up, and he did it by himself, an old man. And I was like, yo, he should be getting a lot of money for this. Nope. The dude got a little bit of money, a poor man. How the homeless look like? It was like, yo, see, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and they bless the covetous, the greedy. The ones that are greedy, they bless them. You know, a lot of jakes, man, are greedy. It's called selling their soul. It says, but ye have not enough. See, we still don't have enough. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. All right? So our people have eaten, and they're eating and consuming. They call them a nation of consumers, but there's still not enough products coming in, you know, because of the sanctions and the wars that's going on. All right, and there's still not enough money. There's enough money, but not enough employment. All right, and pay. And not enough resources. How about that? That's what they're crying out for, protesting. They want resources. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. All right, they still don't have enough. And it's like, damn, what the heck, man? We working, but we still got to pay. Now my rent done went up $400. That's what he said. He says rent went up $400. I remember here in Jacksonville when I first got here, the rent was $600, man, for like a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom. I used to tell everybody to come down from Philly to live here. So, but now it's $1,400 to $1,600 for a 2-bedroom. It says, but ye are not filled with drink. You drink, but ye are not filled with drink, man. So these people, they drink the philosophies, and they went to these schools, the colleges. They're doing everything the government say. They can take the PPP loans. They're doing everything, but they still are not full, man. They still are not fulfilled. They're still empty, you know, left empty-handed with no answers. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm, man. So they buying all these fancy clothes. You know, they try to hide in these schools, right? And hide up under their careers, you know. And fancy clothing, what do you call that, name brand clothing, so they can feel like they're rich. Dolce & Gabbana bags and all this stuff, you know, like Rick Ross, you know. It says, but there is none warm, you know, so nobody's really comforted. And and has peace of mind in this place. Why? Because it's a wicked place. A crooked system purposely made to twist them. All right, a lot of people think we came over here on cruise ships when we really came over here on what? Slave ships. We're not in hard bondage anymore, but we have to recognize the error of our ways and that we're behind enemy lines. We have to understand that this is not our rest. All right, depart from this place mentally. Prepare to depart. That means hasten the day. Fight towards getting out of here. Even though you have to work every day, you know what I'm saying? But there is none warm, and he that earneth wages, earneth wages to put into a bag with holes, man. So you put it into the bank account, and it loses interest, loses money every day. You go to ATM, they take money out, fractional reserve currency. That's how the elites get paid. You go get a house, now you got a nice job, a lot of money, but the housing prices are going up. You got to pay mortgage and rent. You know what I'm saying? So they said they're giving up on the chances to own a house. Now it's about renting. That's the smart move now, to rent. So a bag with holes, man. They put it in the bank account, it got holes in it. And they talking about once the collapse and crash happens, they're going to shut down the banks. It's called a bank run, so they can take the money. All right, and also the dollar is losing value because of hyperinflation, and there's so many dollars being printed around the world. Especially when when these countries decide to ditch the dollar and send the dollar back home to roost, it's going to be even more dollars causing the whole market around the world to flood. And causing the value of the dollar to lose value and causing the prices to skyrocket. More hyperinflation. So it's just going to get worse. But, these people don't understand that, so they cause the government to do something. And it's like, it ain't going to happen. They're going to do something real quick to patch it up, but it's going to come with a price. All right, this is Isaiah 29:9. Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. And that's what they're doing. They're crying out. You got a lot of Jakes. Of course, they had Eve up there. Of course, she's going to be up there leading the pack. And I heard one of those elites, Edomites, say this. He said, that's why you shouldn't protest and post it all over social media, because it's going to get hijacked by the elites. And they're going to hijack it and steer it in the direction that they want. All right, so Isaiah 29:9. Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. So our people have been intoxicated by this American dream. All right? And Esau's vision around the world and these nations. But right here in America, Babylon, the place of confusion, our people have been staggered with that strong drink, that strong philosophy and wine that helped to put our people to sleep. All right? They want that American dream. They want that old thing back. That's what they call the new norms, because they want that old America. But it's done. This place is done. For Yahweh have poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. It's letting you know what that drink is. It's the deep sleep. All right? The philosophies that have put our people to sleep. That democracy, Christianity, and all that. And have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers and the seers have he covered. So now, see, not only the nations around the world are witnessing this, but a lot of people in America, the citizens, are witnessing this as well. That's what the scriptures say in 2 Ezra, I think it's 15, where it says, or 16, where it says it's going to be sedition among men and invading one another. Sedition basically means what? Civil war. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O daughter, O virgin daughter of Babylon. That's America. All right, a pure daughter of this place, a pure offspring of the spirit of ancient Babylon. And sit in the dust, meaning in confusion, in a low degree. All right, the rulers and the people are in confusion with what the hell going on. So they're being brought low. Sit on the ground, that means being destroyed. All right. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. So as America fails, the people fail if they still have their mind in this place. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. See, they starting to see it. Like, damn, this ain't the American dream. This ain't the golden city. This is hell. The curtain's been pulled back. The veil is removed and people starting to see it. All right. And they don't want it no more. They want to go back to sleep. They're like, no, put us back to sleep. Put us back, make us comfortable again. You know? So take millstone and let me get to the point. Verse 5, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms, man. See that? So now America's not this glorious power anymore, especially with resources and shipments have been dwindling and brought low. Especially with the issue over there in the Taiwan Strait. You know, now they just pulled funding away from the America's veterans. So sheesh, man, this is the quintessential example of a failing economy in the crash of a country, all right, a system, a world power. By seeing the condition of its people and its corporations and businesses and GDP, the trading and the debt of that place, and you know. So, all right, this is Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down. See that, man? America being broken down. And in fact, let me get this. Let's start from verse 7. Verse 6. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth. So the curse is devouring the earth right now. And they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. That's when the destruction happens. All right. The new wine mourneth. So all that new joy they was having, and yay, Obama phone, remember that? That just went past like a distant memory. Biggie, Tupac, sports, basketball, football, all these celebrities, Kobe Bryant, American Dream, American Idol, whatever you could think of. It's all distant memory, man. You know, the neighborhoods we grew up in, how things used to be, you start to hear that a lot. I remember it used to be different. It's never going to be that way again. It says, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, man. See, the vine, everything they've been waiting for, the vintage shall fail. The Lord said that. What they've hoping for, and degrees, and getting money for those degrees, when you can get a degree nowadays and can't even find a job. So the vine languisheth, man. 401ks, investments, money in the bank. All the merry-hearted do sigh, man. See, all the ones that was happy passing these laws for the letter community, you know what I'm talking about. And all of them are sighing right now. Look, they got this monkey stuff going around now. You get what I'm saying? The mirth of tabrets ceaseth. That's your musicians and your entertainers. Look at the music today. Look at the condition of the music. Look at the entertainers. They're putting them in jail, killing them, selling their soul, drug habits, drug addicts and shit. The mirth of the tabrets ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoiceth endeth, man. The joy of the harp ceaseth. That's what's happening. We're seeing it. They're crying about the rent. They're crying about all this. We all going through it. But us, we trusting in Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know? And they shall not drink wine with song, right? They're never going to have America the way it used to be again. Ever again. It's not coming back. They think Bill Gates and all of them are going to bring it back. Nope. This is a new world order. This is what it looks like. Where the people suffer and the rich get richer. All right? They shall not drink wine with song, so everything they were hoping for is not going to happen. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Okay? So anybody that falls for this place, falls for the American dream, it's going to be hell to you, to those people. The city of confusion is broken down. See, it's being broken down, man. That's why the rent is going up. The rent is too damn high. The city of confusion, so Babylon is being broken down. Every house is going to be what? Shut up. So it's going to be foreclosures, man. All right, that's what's happening. Foreclosure, the housing market crashing again, just like 2008. And business is going to be closed down. They're going to be shut up that no man may come in. There was a crying for wine in the streets, man. See, there's a lot of homelessness. All right? Because they're going to be shut up because of the hyperinflation. They can't let nobody move in. They tried that, and the apartments and housing, they lost out. And a lot of people was like, yeah, I don't have to pay you rent because this PPP loan stuff and da-da-da-da. They said, no, they removed that, and those renters, you started evicting people immediately. And now look at the prices, all right? So there's a crying for wine in the streets. That's why I said it's an outcry. They're crying out for answers. They're crying out for resources. That's what it means to cry for wine, meaning you look in the vineyard and there's no wine, and you cry out to the other side of the wall and you say, hey, we need some more wine. We need some more, you know? So there's a cry for wine in the streets, meaning resources, answers. You know, something to intoxicate you, to numb the pain. So they want that again. They want to be put back to sleep, go back to the American dream. And that's when Esau gonna be right there. Oh, really? Have you ever heard of Meta? You know what I'm saying? There's a crying for wine in the streets, man. All joy is darkened, and the mirth of the land is gone. It's gone. And we see it. And they're like, we're going to get Congress, government to come up with something to where we can fix this. It ain't going to be fixed, man. I don't think so at this point. They might try to patch it up to put people back to sleep. But ultimately, this place is done.